Players fuck up, bro. Players fuck up. I've been talking for like the last 10 minutes, right? Just really warming up, getting ready to go in. I see the chat. I'm actually commenting on the chat stuff. Shout out everybody. I did not realize, and I'm looking and I'm seeing a little thing up in the corner. It was saying 0. I'm like, oh, maybe it's messed up, whatever. Not even thinking about it, bro. Not even thinking about it. And I'm just like, what is going on? And I just shouted people out and said goodnight to folks, all kind of shit. And I'm just sitting there like, what is going on? Are people not seeing me? And I forgot that you gotta push. Not only do you go live on the damn OBS, that you gotta push the fucking blue button. I hate that. Why can't it just be the old way like it used to be? Just go live. It gets the fucking information, and you just go. So I said a bunch of goofy stuff, and I'm mad now because I wasted some pretty good corny jokes, right? You know, and the corniness has to come naturally. Like, I can't just recreate the corniness, right? It comes as it flows. So I'm mad that I'm very mad that I did that. No, not mad, but annoyed at least. So anyway, let's welcome back to the den. Apologize for the delay. I guess I'll have to go back when I was on there, probably about 10 minutes or so, 14 minutes or so, something like that, and I'll just put a little time stamp on that. Matter of fact, I said I was going to start time stamping while I was live. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see, as soon as you popped up, you saw the BLM change, so you already know I was going in. And now here we are, right? It is what it is. Let's see. Let's see. I cannot believe. Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, so it doesn't even matter, right? So I'm thinking it starts. So, like, for me, it's been about 15, 20 minutes or so. For y'all, it's only been like a couple of minutes. I am an asshole. Anyway, the noise. The noise used to be one of my favorites. So let's get into it, man. Man, oh man, Graham, you know, I'm died. I need some Just for Men. I was gonna shave. I took a power nap. I didn't shave. But let's do it all over again, right? So shout out to Loving Miss Sarah Lou, Coltrane, the Donna Discord, Jason S. What's the motherfucking deal? Ruby, how you doing this evening? Man cave, even though I know you went to bed. Shout out to you. I even gave Heidi an insult, and she didn't get to get the insult now because I wasn't even live. I'm sitting here just talking like I'm really going in. Miss Bell, good night as well. Beyond the Funny Nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? Broderick, what's the motherfucking deal? Solid Lose, what's the motherfucking deal? And Ronald Isley, how you timed out? Ain't nobody timed you out yet. We just got started. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? So, I'm really mad because I had a whole bunch of good corny shit I was saying, and let's bring it back. So, we're going to, and about the Kinkos thing, yes, I was addressing it, yes, I had to go find an Asian Kinkos because it's all fucking FedEx. Do they even still have FedEx Kinkos? Like, that's so damn it. So I don't even know if those things still exist. But yeah, there are no American Kinkos. That's definitely an Asian Kinko somewhere, and that'll definitely tie into the Stephen A. commentary. Eric, what's the motherfucking deal? So that's crazy. I'm really mad that I wasted all that time. But anyway, so you know, I got good propaganda to show you guys. You know, that's what I like to do now is share a couple of videos. We discuss the things that are going on, a couple of little news stories, and then we'll get good into some good old misinformation. I don't know how many of you have heard, but the current administration has said that they're looking into alternative ways to help curb misinformation, including working with SMS carriers. If you don't know what that means, we're going to get into that. Like I said, we got plenty to talk about. So let's get this party started, right? First, let me bring this back. For all you guys out there that Life is like a box of chocolates. For all you guys out there that like to rock that ice, how many of you would rock this spiffy little number here, right? This is where you know we've gone to. I can see beyond a funny nigga wearing some shit like this. This is definitely this is definitely in beyond a funny nigga's wheelhouse. Like this is, he probably ordering one right now. Oh, that's exactly what I think of when I think of Kinko. Shout out to Strong and Grand, the man with the plan. Man, oh yeah, you got to, Jeremiah. If you don't let him breathe, then you might. I don't know. I got nothing for it. I was trying to throw queef in there somewhere, but it didn't quite. I didn't get it. But anyway, y'all know. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. Black Lives Matter. I wonder how much that costs. I wouldn't buy it. I'm just wondering how much and who's going to spend the money to get it. So I had to share that with y'all. But like I said, I got good propaganda for you because, you know, I always have a point to prove. I got some self-hate to share, as they always say. You know, they say I am a... Oh, I did. And I have my favorite video. I think this is now... I don't... It's YouTube. Like, YouTube is like banning everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like because I know Heidi was in here last week saying that she couldn't really type nothing, and so it's very unfortunate. You know me, I like the trash talk, but we live in a sensitive world. You can't say anything about anything. You just kind of got to spell it out. If you want to say stuff, just put spaces in between the letters. Usually that works. You know, the banned word, anything that's slightly controversial, which nothing should be. Don't tell golf was the motherfucking deal. And Jeremiah, it's always good to see you. So let's see. We can start off today with violence. We can start off with a little comedy. Oh, we'll get to that too. Let's see. Let's. That's not a bad idea. We have to learn how to do that. What? Macaroni. That's terrible. Man, did y'all... Speaking of... we live in a crazy world. The simulation is almost complete, y'all. We're in a place like where I don't even know what's going on. Why? There's several videos I cannot share with y'all that I'm going to have to post in the Discord. A lady who was urinating in a restaurant because they wouldn't let her use the facilities, apparently, even though she said she spends money there. The macaroni video is spam. That's terrible. Another one of... Oh, I forgot to get that one. I had a good Karen video. I had a very good Karen video. Let me see if I can go back and find that. Another one of a lady, I guess, at brunch who was... who felt the need to rub one out in the middle of brunch. Like, I mean, she was really getting it in. It was... Appreciate the love, Mr. Culture. She was getting it in the middle, like in public. I guess she needed to get it out. All right, Miss Shannon. Let's see. There was another one. I had a couple of good altercation videos for those of you who enjoy the female exposure. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. No, it wasn't discreet. She like hiked her leg up on a table in the middle of everybody. Like I said, I'm going to have to post those in this. Some of my ones I just have to post them in the Discord. I cannot post them on here. It would be a wrap. I'm really excited for the government child support. It's all an illusion. Appreciate the love. I wish. Give me some of that government money. We'll figure out a way. Everybody else is getting it. Did you see that? They said they're not even investigating. I think like people who got like $2 million and under, they don't even have to provide basically receipts for their PPP loans. Like, where I should have been a scammer. Why? Why am I trying to work so hard? Well, I mean, I should have just been a scammer. This is the scam administration. The crazy group. Oh, I saw some stuff about that. You know, you got to be careful if we say that's the crazy part, bro. I have like a legitimate LLC and all that stuff. I just didn't. I don't know. I guess I just didn't do it. Like, so who's the dummy, right? Me. I should have got some of that legal monies. Yeah, I mean, they're, again, it is crazy. It is super crazy. They knocked off the Haitian president. Got some news about some rappers we're going to talk about. Did you see the one in Chicago? I don't even know the dude's name. He's basically in jail for like a year on a gun charge. Somebody posted his bond, and they wasted him as soon as he came out of jail. They said it was like 2 cars full of niggas. Like, very unfortunate. That might be the most dangerous job in America. Being a rapper in Chicago might be the most dangerous job in America right now. The other one, that was the one in California, right? You know what I'm saying? There's 2 of them. The one in California, they said they believe that he defaced the Nipsey mural or something like that. Oh yeah, they're definitely trying to, like I said, with the door-to-door knocking, and like I said, they're talking about now, because you know how you get on these certain social medias, and if you say anything about that's jab related, the little old pokey poke, you always get that little message under there, right? Like that little message under it. If you want more information, just go, no, I got all the information I need, right? But they're telling us that, you know, they're stopping the misinformation, even though they're the ones providing the misinformation, even though they're supposed to come out and say that the J&J has been known to cause, what is it? Jillian Barr or some Barr, I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. I don't want to even say it because you know how that goes. Yeah, when you leave your location on, they're going to get you. And so basically, yeah. And it's crazy because I've been seeing a lot of different things from that, right? They had that little panel, and who was it, the 12? I think she was between 12 and 14, something like that, the girl that got it. And she's basically in a wheelchair now. And they're just saying, oh, they tried to even say she might have had anxiety. And I mean, it's just crazy. We're like, it's a very unfortunate situation. It's a very, very unfortunate situation. Hey, you go chasing clout, you will get it. So let's get in some good old entertainment, right? Don't want to show y'all my favorite video of it. This might be my favorite video that I've seen all year. Short, sweet, very to the point. This is how I feel about a lot of stuff. This is probably how I may respond when those door-to-door people come in. Now they're talking, what do they call them? They had a Jehovah's Witness joke for the door-to-door information sharing people. Like, everybody knows if you've gone outside, maybe some people still haven't gone outside, maybe they still think we're on lockdown. Everybody knows how accessible the jab is, right? You can go to Wally World, get one for free. You can walk down the street, they'll find you. They'll give you a jab in McDonald's if you want one, with your double cheeseburger.
She needs to get the fuck out of here before I get her put in jail for the rest of her life. Sir, you are on camera right now? She needs to get the fuck out of here before I get her put in jail for the rest of her life. Sir, you are on camera right now?
One more time.
Get the fuck out of here.
I love
before
it.
I get her put in jail for the rest of her life. Sir, you are on camera right now?
Oh my God, I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. That guy's my new hero. That guy is. Out in service? Oh man. It's been, well, like I said, I told you I was raised Jehovah's Witness, so I went when I was young. And it definitely helps you I guess, develop socializing skills. I definitely doesn't help me apply to streaming at all. But that is my favorite video of the year so far. Just, you know what? That's what people don't realize. Cameras, you know, whether you have them in places of business or any of these things, cameras are simply like deterrents, bro. They just slow shit down. Like, yeah, you may get caught on the back end depending on what it is that you're doing, what's going on. They may provide evidence. Bilderberg, what's the motherfucking deal? But it's like, it doesn't stop things from happening just because there's a camera. That's why we see all of this stuff that we see all the time. So we're going to see all these videos that I'm going to show you now. They're all caught on camera, but it didn't stop any of the stuff from happening, right? You know, we saw things hit buildings at one point in time. That was on camera. You know, it was very unfortunate, but it didn't stop anything. You know what I mean? It just recorded information. That's really all it is. So we can start off humorous. Well, I guess that was humorous. That, like I said, that's my favorite video. I'm going to hit y'all with my propaganda, right? So I tell y'all, and I've been saying, oh yeah, you got to now. Exactly. You have to, like, especially as a man in this day and age, if you are not recording everything, you are foolish, right? And if you're not strapped, you pretty much, you live in dangerous. It's a dangerous world to live in right now, especially in certain areas. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the right one up, because I got a couple of two-parters for y'all. Actually, I may have a three-parter actually. Y'all want some Wally World shenanigans? So we can do the Wally World shenanigans. We got oh, this one. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this one. This is definitely one, right? Because there's a lot going on in this particular one, and as y'all can tell, I always tell y'all, if you're a Twitter user, go to No Pause TV. Gotta give them a shout out. We're gonna watch this one. Roman, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's go with this. We're going to watch this one, right? So, I tell y'all, right? I say, hey, a woman who wears a bonnet in public, very dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I tell y'all, women who have particular characteristics, very dangerous. Will get you killed. We talk a lot about, or I talk a lot about, certain black issues, right? And why we do a lot more damage to ourselves than, I mean, like I said, you know, everybody else, if there was, you know, we talk about the COINTELPROs and the organizations and groups. Like, if you're a part of a hate group at this point, you're like, it's futile, it's useless. Like, just let niggas wear themselves out, bro, because that's where we're at this point, right? I mean, like I say, you see it on every day. We talk about the rappers getting popped, see just the most random shit, but I feel like with all the BLM and all the other shit, like, it seems like niggas hate each other more and more and more. Who's beefing on black YouTube now? I have not been keeping up with the black YouTubes, so I don't know. But I have been keeping up with black women, so let's get into it. Let's go here, right? Because I come across more content with black women fighting each other. Hassan mad now because he's not getting attention or something? Or what, did he say something crazy about Kwame? Kwame don't seem like the nigga who's out there just starting shit. You know what I'm saying? And we already seen, I think Hassan was the one that said some shit about what we wasn't afraid of Jay Prince or some shit a while back. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day he was in the picture with him or some shit like that. Okay. And then who is Baba Rashawn? And who is Taz and Cynthia G? Cynthia G's lame. She's super lame. Peace, 335 in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, like I say, that dude, like, I'd never really heard of him. But like I said, I remember, I think he was the one who was about, oh, I'm afraid of Jay Prince and all that. And then, like, the next day, he's standing next to him in a picture with the chain. Right? And they were talking about, oh, Texas niggas don't run nothing in New York. All right. And then Cynthia, she's the one that makes excuses for wearing that shit that, with that shit on her head and justifies it. Right? So, says they win that Kevin Samuels versus battle. Oh man, I missed the Bobby Brown and whatchamacallit verses. I wanted to see that. So, you know, there's that. All right, so here, and this is what I say, right? You know, BLM, Black Lives Matter. We talk about, you know, loving each other, all that good shit. That shit is all out the window, bro. Because like I said, every time we get on, especially the last few episodes, I've shown you a lot of video. I can show you way more videos of us doing things to ourselves than across the board. Now, I can find those videos, but there's significantly more and more violent ones of us doing our things to ourselves, and mainly the women, right? And then again, like I said, I understand, you know, the people you're around are the people that are most dangerous to you. And yes, I could go out and I could find a couple of videos of meth heads getting sprayed down with water hoses on other people's yards, and terrible fights. Yeah, you know, but they're not as interesting because the fights are never good. They're just kind of like methy fights. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of action going on, but they're not really that great, right? And meth heads don't concern me. I'm hopefully never around meth heads. Most I think I've ever been around meth heads is watching Breaking Bad. So, you know, there's that thing. But let's watch this together as a family because I love you guys so much.
Give me that. Let's move. Hey, guess what?
Notice all the bonnets and all the weeds. How many bonnets can y'all count? Let's figure it out. I think there's already been 2 that have been removed on the background. Cruella de Vil, everybody.
They jumping her! They jumping her!
I had to pause just for a moment because I want y'all to notice that it started out with young girls fighting, and these are grown women now that are participating in the shenanigans, right? This is not over, but these are grown women that jump into the shenanigans, that are encouraging this, right? That are encouraging these young women to fight, not a nigga, or well, plenty of niggas around there, but not a man in the vicinity, right? But they tell me women are more peaceful, women are less violent. They tell me that if women ran societies, none of these things would happen. You know what I mean? This is what I get told, right? This is from the wokety wokes. This is what I hear, right? But again, and this is what I'm saying, and I agree, Roman. And this is what I try to say, and this is why I say I get a lot of flack and I get a lot of feedback. Oh, you just hate. No, the reason I say the things that I say is because I know that we should be better than this, and black people are better than this. Niggas, on the other hand, are not. This is the exact territory where niggas belong. This is where niggas exist. And this is where niggas shall remain. But unfortunately, niggas breed at a significantly faster rate than any other segment of the population, right? They breed like tenfold compared to anybody else. And this is what you get. This is the stuff that gets pushed out. This is the stuff that gets represented. But let's get back to it because there's still plenty more to go.
All right.
Now, you notice that the two grown women took over. They started off as teens, two teens, then the two grown women took over. Why is there, oh, here I am. Why is there so much hate? Why is there so much anger? What is this? It's that darn evil white man. That darn evil white man is struck again. He has infiltrated the weave, right? He's infiltrated the weave, and he's put something in it. He's put something in the weave that makes him act like this. But yeah, like I said, start off as teenagers fighting, and then you see as they're trying to break it up, another grown woman grabs the chick, and if she's not grown, she's to be young, she's built like a grown woman. They're not going to go back to that situation where we're talking about that sharpshooter cop from a few months ago. But anyway, to be that large, if you are a teenager, that's another situation. But again, these women, now that they're trying to break it up, the grown women have taken over and got to beating on the women, and the random nigga appears out of nowhere. It's just a random Negro, and he's the only one trying to break it up. But men are the problem, right? We are the ones that are the toxic masculinity. But he's the only one trying to break up this whole situation. This is very unfortunate. Still got a little bit more to
She got a tool. Oh, Miss Wipe your mouth. Wipe your mouth. I'm hot, bitch. I'm hot. Yes, ma'am. Oh my God. Bruh, can you get off of her? Y'all go get these bitches off my hair. Give me that.
So, there's so much going on here. Set this to the side right here. I might cover up y'all's comments just a little bit. We'll come back to it. One, the wild weave everywhere like tumbleweed. I tell y'all, the more excessive the weave, the bigger a danger she is. That is, I don't care what you say, how you feel, it's a mental illness. That you're willing to put all this stuff in your head, nothing close to your real texture, anything like that. And you embrace it, even though it looks crazy as shit, this fake Rapunzel, Cinderella shit you got going on, this shit swinging all over the place looking like a ghetto-ass Princess Peach. And it becomes a tool of your own detriment because they start grabbing, that's the first thing they do is they grab the weave and start putting them. Then you can tell, like, I'm going to be honest, like I wonder, because you know, like they say with dope fiends, like they say like somebody ODs like on some dope, like more dope fiends will want to go to that person buy because like, oh, that's good dope, right? So like I wonder if people watch like fight videos with black women from their city, and then like when women start getting drugged by their hair or whoever's hair that they bought and all that other stuff. Appreciate the love, Miss Sarah. You want to replay? I will definitely. Oh, I will definitely replay it. But like I said, I wonder if like more people go to that person who did their hair, like, oh, she got that good shit. She got drugged all over the fucking street by her weave, and it didn't come out right. So I wonder if that's actually good business for the preparers of the weave, right? And here, I'll let that replay on the side while I talk. I'm muted though. But again, like I said, it starts out right here. These are teenagers. So let's count the bonnets. Look at this goofy shit. And I think this is, I don't know if this is a teenager or a grown woman. Bonnet versus bonnet. Bonnet comes off. So that's like 1, 2. There's a third in the background recording. We got multiple Cruella de Vil's. And like I say, I tell y'all, man, I say all the time that black women have gotten to the point where they act more like niggas than anybody, right? And then look, it started off supposedly to be a fair fight, and now you got all these people jumping in. If she is a teenager, she is a big teenager. That looks like a grown woman to me, right? If I was a 5'8" Caucasian cop and I pulled up on the scene and she had a knife, well, we might be having a different conversation. But this is what I'm saying. I don't. These all look like grown women. Some of these are teenagers. Look, I mean, look how they handling it. And then there's weight classes. But I always tell y'all, right? I always tell y'all about the weight classes, right? But I got a video here in a minute that is going to contradict that statement. And I was actually surprised by it. I guess I shouldn't have spoiled it for y'all, but look at this. This is what I'm saying. Look at this. She hit that one and hit that one. She bigger than both of them combined. She about to start fighting over because she don't know what's going on. Look at this. Random hairs in the street. Look at this. This is what I'm saying. Look at this. Oh my God, charging like a run. Look at this. That was we've seen that move before. Like I say, the random nigga come out of who mama this is with the stick in her hand. Like, nobody has sense enough to say, maybe this ain't right. But again, if law enforcement pulled up on the scene and started wearing everybody out, well then what would happen, right? Racism. The reason why that these people are in our community, well, their communities more, like I said, this ain't my people, that are in these communities more and more is because of shit like this. I thought the women were the nurturers, you know, the women are the teachers, the women are all of these things, right? But see, the disgusting part about it is there are men, I think that's another random nigga, there are men out there who are impregnating these women. There are men out there who are having relations with these women. And they breed. Like I told you, niggas breed at a significantly higher rate than anybody else, right? Mickey Mouse Playhouse. And that's what I'm saying, man. It is, yeah. You know what I have a big problem with? I have a big problem with the women who like cuss at their kids, bro. Like I'm telling you, that shit, it bothers me. Especially like young kids who can barely even talk and comprehend. Not that they can't comprehend, they figuring stuff out, but it's just like, you're supposed to be the teacher, the nurturer, the things, but you beating and wearing each other out, motherfuckers think that's how life is. And again, you can talk to black women who grew up in environments like this, who've done well for themselves, who've somehow made it out, and you'll hear a lot of stories where, you know, there are a lot of issues with black mothers in the community, especially if they grow up in environments like this. But a lot of people don't want to talk about that, because if you talk about that, you know, you're misogyny, you're hating, you're all these things. There are a lot of shitty ass black moms out there. But what happens when you speak on it, others take it personally, like you're just attacking everybody. But again, like I said, if it don't apply, let it fly. Fly away, birdie. You know, but here we are. But I tell you what, though. Thank goodness for the internet, YouTube, Twitters, and all those things. Because all of this stuff is way better than those old Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV DVDs. I mean, them videos ain't got nothing on this shit. Let's see. Walmart or Ratchetivity? I got one. We can call it the Ratchet Redemption, or we can go to Walmart shenanigans. Which one would you guys prefer? You know, this is a community thing, right? This is the very interactive. Walmart? Yes, that's what it, man, now that's what it is. Dog, thank you. Yes, you're in women's business. I hate that shit, bro. That shit kills me. Why y'all be in niggas' business all y'all? Look, here's my thing. Y'all been having shit to say about niggas since Oprah, since way back. We're talking about the 80s, right? It's been, about 40 years? Y'all had 40 years of TV shows. Ricky Lake was a fucking setup artist. Ricky Lake was the worst. And was I tripping? Because me and my old lady was talking about this the other day, right? Ricky Lake started off small and then got big, right? Because my old lady said she thought that Ricky Lake started off big and then got smaller and then got big again. But that's my thing. It's like, it's crazy. It's like, no female after oh, you put water in her hair, you trying to die. Oh, you doing worse than being a rapper. That's probably more dangerous than being a rapper in Chicago, bro. Is you messing with a black woman's hair, you're asking for it, and it's justified. Oh, fuck the puppy, bro. All right, let's go to Wally World, and then we'll bring it back to the bottom of the map. Oh, hold on. Oh, see, don't start yet on me. Hold on. All right. You're gonna slide. I appreciate the love, Dan the man. Gremlins are in essence black people. No. Gremlins are niggas, right? See, Gizmo was the black person, right? And then when you put him in the wrong environment, he breeded niggas. However that works. I don't even want to get to the science of that. But you got his hair wet, and then there you go. And then niggas came out, right? And how you do it, keep it real time, Riley. And that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, again, I don't think these are the actions of black people. These are the actions of niggas. And again, like, we got to separate ourselves, because what happens to a lot of black folks, they feel bad and they want to take up. Niggas will kill you. Okay, like, and not think twice about it. And I keep trying to tell people, like, you cannot associate yourself to, yeah, it's cool, oh, they're fun, they hang around, they know how to have a good time. They will kill you in the drop of a hat. You will die fucking with niggas and fucking with some of the types of women I be telling y'all about. Like, there are red flags to these things. But y'all think I'm just a self-hating fearmonger or something like that. But you got motherfuckers promoting this shit, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, it's a reason that these things happen. There are causes and correlations in all of this. All right, let me shut up and let's play this video. But y'all know I'm going to talk in the middle of it anyway.
Everybody out! Out!
Carter.
Step back.
Crazy, bro. Yeah, that shit is crazy, nigga.
One, this is not the most appealing attire. Two, you got old buddy there getting upset with the situation. You see clearly the woman is wilding out, kind of in relation to that last stream we did where the dude was drunk and they all defending the chick who just beating up on him. You know, like, it's just okay for that to go. But anyway, that's just thoughts. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, I'm making sure she's yeah.
Please evacuate.
Take off that bag, bro. Cause I really do this.
Let me get my slide.
Stop.
Yo, that's fucked up.
Now that was the surprise. Do you feel like that was justified, what he did there towards the end? Right? I want to know what you think about Jared. Congratulations on being a new father. Salute to you, sir. I hope all is going well. And I hope that you are helping out with diaper duty. But I just want to know your thoughts. The way that she was going on about, you know, making it extremely difficult. Was that justified? Was that justified, in your opinion, for him to strike her like that? Because I be having conflicts with it. Like, especially, and as much shit as I talk, right? When it comes to, like, dealing with women, I feel like most men, man, you know, she's a little bigger, and we talk about weight classes. You should be able to handle a woman, right? Relatively easily. Now, again, she wouldn't make it easy. She was kicking her, and I could see where the frustration lies. Would he have been justified in tasing her? would he have been justified in some other type? Oh, probably in high school, I probably would have entertained some stuff. I know I definitely in high school. And this is why I say, man, you know, we can all change. We can all reform. I know definitely in high school I had a situation where I got into a little incident, and I definitely told a cop to, take off that badge, let's catch a square. Ended up with me spending the night in Galveston jail, but I had a great story to tell when I came back to school for prom, right? So, so this is what I'm saying. Like, in a situation like this, was he in the wrong? What else do you do? What else do you do to handle a situation like this? And do I need to bring it back? Y'all want me to bring it back? And anybody I may have missed, I ain't this. You know what I'm saying? Really? Let me see. Let's bring it back one time.
Everybody help! Ah!
I'm gonna cut the sound off. I'm gonna talk this time. And here's the thing: Wally World is terrible, right? Like in the Chicken and Red, that's probably like some of the more appropriate clothing you're gonna see. But my question is the dog, right? That's what I'm most concerned about in this situation. The dog, right? Now, what did the dog do to deserve all this trauma? You know, he was just being a dog. And again, I'm against bringing non-service animals in the fucking, they both ain't shit. I can see that. Like Batista. But that's my thing. So, like, just watch it. Like, what is the option? Does she have a box cutter? Where did this dog, whose dog is this? Right? Like, here's the deal, bro. You're going to jail, okay? Either way, go like, oh, you can do all the extra shit. Like, once you're cuffed, you're going to, and I'm going to be honest, I'm like, and I've told y'all before, we had lots of conversation, even in the Discord. A lot of the fellas, we've shared stories where we've had run-ins with law enforcement in various situations. And how much a little decency can get you out of shit. Like, you see, so he's trying to get her out of there, trying to get out of Walmart to get everything back to normal. Oh, I didn't see. Oh, she deserved that shit, bro. She tried to bite that nigga. She might have, did y'all see that? Oh, bring that back. I didn't see that. I didn't peep that at first, bro. Do. Let me see if we can catch that. No, that's the strike. God damn it. She tried to bite him. That's the bite face right there. That's right there when she made it up in her mind she was about to bite this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but before I get to that, like, again, regardless of how you feel about the police, you know what I'm saying? You're cuffed, you in a situation, you're not going to win, right? So play your cards, play the odds, right? All this extra shit is not going to benefit you. It's going to either get you more charges or a much more uncomfortable ride in that back seat. And then they're going to treat you like, they're going to hold you when you get to the jail. Like, they're going to treat you real bad. So it's like, make it easy on yourself. Whatever the fuck is going down, if you feel like it's an injustice, get through the shenanigans and go. Like, you finna get escorted out of there. You know what I'm saying? But again, a little common decency can get you a long way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it was on some past. I didn't even know what this was. I agree. I agree. Stop procreating with these women. Please. Like, fellas, I don't care how good the coochie is. Like, y'all got to do some serious vetting. No, look, my green screen doing all kind of weird shit. Y'all got to do some serious vetting of these women before y'all lay there. Like, stop thinking with your little head. Think with your big head. Think long term. Because it's bad business. Yeah, look, I'm fucking powering up Super Saiyan style. But look, I'm gonna bring it back. Check this out. Did you see it? Come on, I'm gonna try to catch it. Oh, she tried to go full pit bull. Hold on. Look, that's right. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, that is not going to end up good for you, bro. Like, if you finna go that far, you got to expect all the worst. Like, I told you about that time. That's definitely an old deal conversation. I told you about that time I had an experience with a pit bull. It was a woman. And it was a matter of fellatio. It was the worst experience I ever had. I'll tell that story again one day. But this is not the time and or place for it, but it just made me think about that. If y'all, here's the deal. If you've been in the den long enough, you've heard this story. If you remember that story, post up a random emoji. Because that's exactly what that reminded me of. That's exactly what it was like. That's exactly what it was like. That brought back bad memories for me. I'm not even a law enforcement officer, right? I'm not even a cop. The pit bull movie, that's exactly what it looked like. The carrot shredder. You know, it was terrible. It was the worst experience of my life. But yeah, so she tried to bite him. So now that we see that she tried to bite him, does that change your view at all? I'm mad now. This is damn. Go away, fucking green shit. Fucking. Which one of these lights is fucking up? Which one I got to tune in? This one? Is it this one? I don't know. I'll be fucking shit up. Fuck it. So, yeah. No, it's gonna be bad for you. Like I say, so it again. Now you just up the charges. Like it could have been whatever beef you got. Don't sell it in Walmart. Like get out of there. Like where is all this anger coming from? And again, I don't have that much hate for anybody. I don't think I do. I got some people I don't like. I'd probably fuck up, but not like hate. It would probably be some old calculated ass shit. It wouldn't be just like, let's start brawling in the middle of fucking Walmart. Not a parking lot, that's a whole different thing. There's like barely ever any cameras in the Walmart parking lot. Don't ask me anything about that. What else we got? What I said, Ratchet Redemption. Let's get it. This is actually a little humorous to me. Let me make sure it doesn't start playing. Oh, hold on. This is pure entertainment right here, right? Again, niggas, think about where you sticking your wee-wee. All right? Just think about it. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let y'all participate in this whole experience right here.
The tea. Since I got my 50 little viewers, I'm spilling the tea. Cause y'all hoes need to know this. This bitch, yeah, she don't wash her ass. Yeah, this bitch takes showers 3 times a day. Woo, woo, woo. All that. But listen, I was fucking on your baby daddy before that nigga died. In your house, in your bed, in Ed's house. I'm fucking Nate all through this bitch on my mama.
There's no coming back from this.
There's never no coming back from this. I fuck Nate all through everywhere. Y'all's house, damn near your mama's house, your mama's basement.
Oh shit.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Please speak after the beep.
I'll leave your dumb ass out this bitch stinking. On my mama. Come on! Come on! Come on! This bitch came and dragged my shit. On my mama. oh, they on live. No, bitch, this bitch pulled up. But thank God I keep my car. Thank God I keep my motherfucking car and drive every time. Y'all hoes will not get one up on me.
Wait, she said y'all hoes won't get one up on me. You know she got one upped. Logbert, what's the motherfucking deal? Whew. I find that extremely hilarious. But again, the red flags I tell y'all about, the things that I tell y'all about. One, people, period, with face tattoos. I don't care if y'all got face tattoos, whatever. I tell y'all I have a certain level of cautiousness. If you don't give a fucking regard about your face, you don't give a shit about shit. And this bitch got a fucking tattoo on her eyebrow. Two, being in a vehicle is the easiest way to get caught lacking. Like, the easiest way to get your ass slumped. You have very little mobility. You know, your peripherals is all skewed and shit. Like, and again, you on live. Like, y'all niggas gonna learn about that shit. I don't like being live in my own space. Motherfucking me live in a car. It's a location though. That ain't bright. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, then you out there doing all that shit. Like, so you trying to get that clout. This is what clout chasing gets you. When you out here trying to go hard on people, you insulting. And I got my own views about the dead, and I know people say you shouldn't insult the dead. If you were a shitty person when you were alive, you know, like I said, you talk about people have their personal views about that German guy with the little funny mustache. Now that he's dead, is it wrong to talk about him if you didn't like him or any other body? Again, if you were a person that annihilated a whole bunch, you murdered a bunch of people, and now that they're dead, we're supposed to well, he's dead now, so we shouldn't speak ill of communist scum. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. Tattoo on her eyebrow says, what does that say? Is it really?
The T. Since I got my 50 little viewers.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And you have 47. This is what I'm saying. Like, you waiting to get a bunch of shit going on just so you start. This is what you wanted. Like, what did you expect to happen? Let me make this shit real big. Do it big. Do it real big. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Shit crazy, bro. That shit is super crazy. But again, this is what I'm saying, man. This is why I say it's very unfortunate that these type of things have happened. All right, let's get off the little cloud chaser. I thought that was funny. That's why I would call that one a ratchet redemption, because that shit happened expeditiously. Like, you got your 50 viewers and you got exactly what you wanted, right? Oh, we got a two-parter. We got, let me see, hold on, I think, okay, that's that one. I think these two go together. And here we go. Let's check this one out.
Damn, I didn't know there was a one piece. Don't nobody hear me. Don't nobody touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You should be out here fighting your mama. You should be out here doing that, man. That ain't Kinko. Well, I see how your sister been doing that. Come on. Get in there, shit. Yeah. Get in there. 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 Hey, good looking out, Jay. Oh, my mama. Oh, my mama.
Now, I don't know why this nigga got work boots on. I don't understand because it looked like sweatpants and work boots. This is the thing that stands out more. Everything else is just commonplace. This stood out more to me in this video than anything else. Bro, no, they don't care. That's what I'm saying. And this is what happens. And then, like I said, we blame every other race, every other nationality. We blame everybody else for this, that, and the third. For these atrocities, right? But we'll get into that later. Right now, we're just gonna sit back and enjoy the ride, because I got some things we'll speak on here later.
I ain't see that What's the yeah.
How many bonnets were in that one? You know what I'm saying? And again, you see, this is why niggas don't give a fuck about going to jail. This is why niggas don't give a shit about, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. This is why niggas don't care, because these are the environments that they are raised in. These are the communities that they raised in. Shit, it's more peace in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is more comfortable. I mean, you live in an environment like this, is chaos, 24/7. But let's blame that darn white man did it. That darn white man got him out there fighting and snatching weave, leaving tracks. I don't even know. No, tracks are the strips, right? So like, what do they call those? What are those? The little individuals. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that is. What they call the little shit. Book it even, Mr. Wanda. Before weave to a fist fight, pray the price. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's unfortunate, bro. Like, it was a point in time, like, these things made me sad. You know what I mean? But this is what people want. This is what people embrace. Like, y'all scammed all this money last year. Y'all ain't move out the hood. This is like, y'all scam. Y'all do these things to stun on other motherfuckers who live in environments like this. Like, this is where people want to live. This is where people want to thrive. This is where they want to exist. But unfortunately, they are starting to exceed the boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, and, I told you, if you are familiar, nicer places are getting tormented now because niggas are going places. Niggas are doing things. And it's very unfortunate, right? So, it is what it is. It makes me sad that the children are raised like this and they believe this is normal. And see, what happens is the people in these environments, they blame the white folks. Not a white person in sight in anything that I've showed y'all so far. Well, except that first video that he slapped the shit out of, but you're on camera. That was great. But, so my thing is, if you are the predominant, people in your environment, like, why are these things happening? Why are you doing this to each other? But we find some way to blame everybody else, and we know why. Those of us who have outgrown this mentality, or those who never had this mentality, fortunate if you never have. Accountability is a motherfucker, right? But some of us just don't want to take it. So let me stop saying us. Some of them, right? And I don't hate to be this way. Like I said, I think I'm going to start embracing this this role, because you can't. You got to have minimal association with people like this, because again, I tell you, it's dangerous for a decent person who is just trying to live their life, trying to grow, make progress. It is very dangerous to be in this environment. Like I said, you go to any other, decent neighborhood, you don't see shit like this. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see things like this taking place. This is regular shit. Like how am I finding all these? And y'all notice the majority of this shit is women, right? And it's not just because I'm specifically looking for women. Now, some of the stuff that I have found that involve dudes, certain things I can't show because this is the tuber, but niggas take it to another level. It's a little bit more dangerous. But the fact that you can find so many videos like this of women behaving this way is very unfortunate. You knew. Good evening. How are you? And for those of you who missed it, did you guys get to see the BLM chain? I know a lot of y'all missed it. Y'all didn't get in here earlier. But, it is what it is. Let me see something real quick, because I want to make sure I'm showing y'all the right video, because like I said, this one's a two-parter also. Let me mute myself for just a second so y'all. All right, so now that last video, the black men were scummy, they was encouraging the shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that's the thing. We're encouraging to be somebody, the person on the camera, let it happen, let it kill, leave it. Like, where is all this hate for each other coming from? Right? This is just when you live in an environment where you breed hate for one another, you breed hate for everybody else, you have contempt for the individuals around you, and it's very unfortunate, right? It is extremely unfortunate. Now, white folks, I couldn't leave y'all out, right? Let's have a good old time. I know everybody goes, all you're doing is you're just trying to show demeaning stuff about black people. Well, it's readily available, it's prevalent, and I'm just here to dispel certain rumors. And again, I don't show anything bad about black or white people. I show bad shit about niggas, period, right? Let's get into it. Wow.
Take the mace. Come on, y'all, put the mace. Put your mace there.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I guess I should turn my volume on, right? So that I can say these things. Appreciate the love is all an illusion. Yes, and that's a Tupac line nobody wants to address. You say, this is when Albuquerque's a cesspool, road rage at all time, murder every day. Oh, wow. See, I knew. See, somebody else in here loves to promote that on New Mexico like it's just the most innocent place ever. But appreciate the love. It's all an illusion and certainly. But what I was saying, for those of you who didn't hear me, the young lady in the green, St. Patrick, with the purple hair, and I'll tell you about the colored hair and things too. She was attempting to mace the other young lady, can we call them ladies, and did not utilize her defense systems properly. So this is this is very interesting. Heidi and her birthdays. I was like 117 by now. But yes, and I was saying, Heidi, I was in here earlier, but I was streaming to myself because I didn't realize I didn't hit the blue go live button, so I was being a dummy. I guess what happens when you don't stream regularly. And I'm gonna try to give you out more streams this week. I'm gonna get real active, so we definitely gonna turn it up a notch this week. But anyway, let's get back into it.
Yes, Bitch, come on, we 18. Get your info up. Charles, take that mace by straight. Stuff this bitch motherfucking head in.
Take the mace. Come on, y'all. Put your mace down.
Yeah, she makes so dumb ass. That's white people shit, bitch. Run me my wood.
Let me say this. I got an issue.
Bitch, I know you
Put the mace down. I got an issue, right?
Put
the mace down.
Put the mace down. Why you got mace?
Put the mace down. Put the mace down.
You soft as a motherfucker. And I put that on your soul, bitch. You soft. You 34 and you soft. Bitch, I beat your ass in that living room. Come on. What's up? Fuck all that.
I ain't got money.
Glock no my bitch. See no harm. Rocky, bitch, stop playing. Those ain't dumbass.
So I believe this is an 18-year-old, because she said something about we're 18. So I'm assuming she's 18 and the white lady is 34. This is going to be very interesting.
Stupid white man.
Fuck y'all talking about, period.
Macy.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Get baby pop.
Come on up there, man. That's the difference between bitches and niggas.
On your champagne. Oh my goodness. You gotta put me in there. Gang gang. Nah, bro, take that shit off live, bro. Turn that shit off. Take that shit off live. Nah, turn that shit off, bro.
Get y'all issue on.
Just record that shit, post that shit later. Turn that live shit off. Don't drop no locations, no none of that. This is just a recorded fight.
One thing.
Y'all can post that shit, do what all y'all want to.
Try to leave all y'all asses. Y'all want to get it? No, put that down. Okay, you got it down. Okay, go on up there. Get y'all motherfucking issue on.
Be alright.
Ain't no nine.
No, don't jump her. Don't jump her.
It's more than one person out here now. Y'all can't trip off one person. Y'all can't trip off one person. Get this shit live. Shit, get it live.
You better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. Pay attention.
Lil Nuts, watch out. Lil Nuts, watch out. Man, you better get the fuck out the way, bro.
But wait, there's more. Of course I have part 2. What are you talking about? I thought I was just going to let y'all let it end like this. Now, it started off apparently as a one-on-one, and now, oh, my bad. I don't even know what I said just a second ago. But, yeah, I was saying, oh, thank you, Thunderbolt, and shout out to Sarah Lou. I appreciate the love. Yeah, I got to remember to... Now... You gotta love it, right? I'm the bad guy for speaking on this stuff. I'm a terrible person for speaking on these actions. Not what's happening, right? For me talking about it. But let's go.
Fight, nigga. Fuck you on, nigga. Oh, nigga. Oh, shit. You got them bitches fight, nigga. Nigga, the one-on-one, nigga. Fuck you on, nigga.
The baby's crying. If y'all remember that from Dave Chappelle, drop a 1 in the chat. keep fucking muting myself. No, I'm saying I think what I said earlier was that if culture needed a black card, I got a few extra. They took mine, but you can have my renewal. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. This is what's happening. This is where we are. The man holding the baby. The baby's out of there. Again, this is like I say, like children, you know, they may not be able to speak on these things and recall these things, but these traumas impact babies, children. Like you see that obviously, you know, something's not right, right? And these are the developmental stages of a child's life. And you got them out here in these brawls and these fights, then you start wondering why the kids start hitting. Their first words be profanity, why they react like this, why they can't behave in school, because this is congratulations when you finish, but good job. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Bad butt. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, this is where we are, right? Now, I do think that you, at some point, need to teach kids to defend themselves in certain things in a certain manner because of the environments that we live in. But this right here has no benefit to the child whatsoever. But let's keep watching.
Hey, scrapping right here. Hey, really scrapping. Break that shit up.
I ain't no breaking shit up. Fuck all that. Ain't no breaking shit up.
Get that situation right there.
Ain't no breaking shit up.
Get that situation right there.
Let her go. Let her go.
Let the hair go. Let both of y'all let the hair go.
Let the hair go.
You said let go. You said let go.
My shirt.
I'm still going, okay? I'm still going. I'm still going.
Y'all better finish that shit.
I'm still going.
Somebody turn.
Hey, come on, L. Okay, some bitch. What they say? Right, little bitch. Where your friends at? If she talking, you gotta let her go.
Is y'all done?
Damn, what the
They ain't done.
Bitch,
They ain't done. They gonna get up and go again. Is y'all done? Hold on, no feet. No feet. That shit fake.
Fake my ass. Y'all see shit this?
Yeah, man, that shit gay.
Get up my car.
That shit gay.
Get you still
That
talking.
shit not even exciting.
Listen, let me say this.
Yes, y'all almost got a peek. But shame on y'all. But if that's what you're into, I got plenty of videos with that. Anyway, the commentary at the very end, right? That's hilarious. Yeah, you can do all this. Like, she been kicking the bitch the whole time, and y'all see this nigga right here with the baby. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing. You know, back in the day, you know, you had to catch a square. You know, you just had a dispute. You shoot the one. You fight. You throw hands, whatever you want to call it. Now, to me, if you are trying to stomp someone's head in, well, then that's just a different level of violence, right? I mean, they already laid out, tapped out on the ground, and you're trying to stomp their head into the concrete. That darn white man. I said I was going to get the clip of the thing from Don't Be a Menace. The man. I got to get that. I'm going to do that one day. So, I guess that was another point where I said that there's weight classes. So maybe the weight class rule doesn't always apply, right? Because that case did not happen. And that was a two-parter. I think I got one more two-parter for y'all, and then we're going to talk about some world events probably, and I should probably open up the line. Depending on how much time we got. Yes, Pinky.
Let's go, big baby. Yeah, big baby. He told me to get off my car. He told me to get off my car. Get off his car. Big baby, get her ass.
Baby, get her ass kicked.
Bro, you gotta do it. How y'all?
Stop playing. Mom. Let it go. Let it go. Stop waiting. Mom, let it go.
It's a real match now. They only get slippery. And that nigga keep waiting, bro. Stop waiting, bro.
No, separate it, because I'm sweating. Mom.
Let it go. Just let both of y'all let go.
You know, again, and I think I asked this last time, for all of the violence that we see, especially from black women, why are they like, I don't think have you ever seen a black female UFC fighter? Have you ever seen a black female UFC fighter? And there's a part 2 to this, so give me just a moment.
Oh yeah, that's my cane, folks. Oh yeah, oh. It's over. It's over. Don't let her up.
Bro, you gotta do it.
Hang on to it. Oh, again. No, and no hair. Let go to here. Y'all let go to each other here. Let go to each other here. Y'all throwing hands. That's why y'all keep throwing hands.
Go to it. Let the hair go.
Let both hair go. Both y'all.
Bro, you can't do that. That's cheap shot.
Let go here. Both y'all. Let go to here.
Let him fight. Oh, shit. They gonna get tired. Just let him fight.
Don't break him up. She keep going down every time.
She on her neck, big baby.
Oh yeah, pound. You pound. That's UFC. That's UFC right there. That's UFC. Oh yeah, UFC. That's UFC. Oh yeah. That's UFC.
Let her up, big baby.
Let her hair go. Both y'all let y'all hair go. No, she gotta let her hair go first. Both y'all gotta let go. Both y'all let go.
Let's go.
Get up, big baby.
That's one.
I already made my own Ohio cop joke, Heidi, so you're late. Big Baby took an ass kicking, okay? Big Baby is not Big Maybe. Maybe she shouldn't do that anymore. But again, very sad, very unfortunate. Like I say, you can find plenty of this, and I'm sure if I took more than 5 or 10 minutes actually looking for videos to show, I'd probably have plenty more content, right? This is honestly maybe about no more than 10 minutes of this. I guarantee it wasn't even 10 minutes. Most of it came from the damn same shit. Brawl in the draws. Oh my God. But yeah, right. But these are the queens. These are the things that we talk about, and that's why I say that title is so diluted. You know what I mean? Because we want to give praise to these types. We want to give credit to these types. And then, you know, these are the numbers that go in when certain individuals that y'all hate to talk about say, hey, well, this is why a small percentage of us get married. This is why only 38% of, you know, black women are getting married, because these women fall into that category, right? Nobody wants to acknowledge that. Everybody wants to think it's all the, I don't know, insert random old ass actress here types that we're insulting, or you know, whoever. It's these. There's a significant number of these types, even though I'm not pointing at anything, it just looks good, right? Of these types that that exist, but nobody wants to account for that, or just want to act like it doesn't exist and like these people are just hating. These ones that go out and they're sprawling in bonnets, right? The same ones that show up on other people's platforms in bonnets. When the people sit here and say that, oh, well, there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely something wrong. If you have something in common with these types, there's an issue. There's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's very sad, right? It's extremely sad. All right, you knew, good evening. And so, and the reason why I say that is because I just want people to be aware. This is what we speak on. You know, again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Fly, fly, fly away. Marie Lovely just got her headboard fixed. Good to see you. But again, like I said, man, it's just it's a sad thing, really. Like, I crack jokes and I sit here and I say, you know, this, that, and the third, but it's sad. But I say these things. Thanks, Tim. I say these things because I try to enlighten others. And I think, honestly, when we have these kind of conversations, like, there's really not enlightening. If you're probably in here, you probably understand already where I'm coming from. If you've been fucking with the dead long enough, you understand where I'm coming from. Like I said, this is not an assault on black people. This is an assault on niggas who have infiltrated into the black community. But this is nothing new. When you had mass migrations of blacks from the South moving up north, moving to the West Coast, I mean, even in black-owned newspapers, they said the same things, right? They said the same thing. There was a problem with these types. There was a problem that with these types moving in those neighborhoods, moving in those communities, that brought the level of class down, right? And I'm gonna blame men. They're the ones who can't control their willies for procreating with this, right? And then what happens when you procreate with women like this, even if you choose to not continue the relationship and you leave your children in these communities where they grow up more impacted by this than a decent upbringing, they don't know any better, and they go and breed with the similar types because, well, this is what my mama was, and we was all right, and, you know. So, again, and so it's just like, man, this is why I say what I say, because we are in a very bad situation ultimately, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. It's been a lot of different stuff going on tonight. We probably got a little bit, about 20 minutes or so that we can rock. I'm gonna put the link in there. I need to start actually probably doing this earlier, but fuck it.
Recording in progress.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. It's telling me that I'm recording. Absolutely. Where's the fucking link? Oh no, I don't want to do that. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Nope. Yeah, this is what I want. So if you would like to join in, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if at this point, and again, like I say, it's super sad because we're you know, because I used to, here's the thing. It's like I'm not gonna act holier than now, because like I say, there was a point in time I thought behaved along the line. I wouldn't say 100% behaved, but I interacted with a lot of people of this demeanor, right? I had a mentality along the lines of people like this, and it just took me going through some real life events to understand, you know what? This ain't it. A little bit of logic, a little bit of common sense says, you know, this ain't it. Then it just took me some learning, you know, listening to individuals much smarter than myself to comprehend, well, why do people think like this? Why are people, you know, like this? And hit that like button for your chance to win a Black Lives Matter chain. That's not real. I'm lying, because then y'all will be on there, oh, so you said he could win the chain. I know some of y'all think that shit is fly. Shit is terrible, bro. Make sure you're following on all the proper social medias, because y'all know that sometimes the notifications don't go out the way that they should. Let me make make sure I got this right here. All right, cool. I think we should be Gucci here. Almost in just a second. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right. There we go. And give me just a moment to make sure I switch this properly. Y'all give me a moment. Y'all know I'll be having these little technical difficulties. Hold on one second. All right, y'all give me a moment here. I'm trying to get the sound appropriate. Say something there, Mr. Dan.
Hello.
There we go. Okay, there we go. I apologize for those of you who could not hear initially. All right, and so you were saying about the gentleman who disrespected Nipsey's mural.
Yeah, it just like videos like that. It reminds me of how short life can really be, especially if you hang with the wrong people. And that's exactly what happened to him. Like he was like a minute ago when that video started, he was talking with his friend about some unimportant shit, and then the next, his lungs are filling full of blood, and he's saying, "Help! You go, where you at, bro? Where you at, bro?" Then he falls out. He's dead now. He's not coming back. There's no put a quarter in to continue. Maybe reincarnation exists, but you know, I mean, he seemed like kind of a dirtbag anyway, so he might come back as a slug. I ain't got no sympathy for him, but just that was very graphic. And you know, it's bad enough when it happens to an adult, but then when you have like I said, like that 7-year-old girl, her father and some of his other gang member friends were pissed on dude's grave, who's part of a rival gang. You know, fuck your dead homie, fuck that nigga, all this other shit. And then he's riding in the same car. Everybody knows his car in the hood. Send his 7-year-old daughter to McDonald's, and they shoot his shit up, and she catches the bullets. These kids keep getting buried at like an alarming rate. This is fucking sad.
But the crazy part is that nobody wants to address, you know, the behaviors that lead up to this. It's always somebody else's fault, or it's always, you know, this, that, and third. When we have the control over our own actions, over our own lives, but yet it's always some outside entity to blame. And I think, you know, when you accept blame, I've always said, when you accept blame, you accept power. But I don't think most people subscribe to that mentality, because if they did, I think things would be a lot different. And we quit blaming all that shit. And it's, to me, what's most baffling is, why is it easier, you know, to ignore these issues when these are way more prevalent in the, I don't want to say black, I'm going to say nigger communities, because there are good black, you know, sparse, but they're out there. Where you don't have these issues, more upscale communities that you see that, hey, it's a bunch of niggas, they're not having these problems. Why is it always easier to call out, you know, the one or two incidents, or I don't know if you saw, like, say, like the lady where she bit the cop video earlier.
No, I saw that.
It's easier to call that type of shit out and talk about how terrible that is. But I showed y'all with 5, 6 other videos where, you know, black people or niggas is beating the shit out of niggas, mainly females. Nobody wants to address that. That's always somehow a one-off. But, you know, allegedly all the other stuff is way more prevalent. Why do you think that as a community, you know, niggas don't want to address that shit? They want to ignore that shit.
I think it's a sort of mentality that has formed throughout time in certain narratives, which also kind of frightens me when you come to this whole CRT thing. And I try to leave that alone, because it just seems like a real high-back. I try to leave that shit alone, but like, so never mind what it says about white people. Never mind that. I'm skipping that. My issue is what it says about black people, eternal victims. You don't have a chance. And what really frightens me is that people really pushing this narrative are black people who have quote unquote made it.
Yes.
You know, athletes. I think, I don't know if LeBron said anything, but I'm sure he'll chime in eventually on Twitter or some shit. With that autobiography of Malcolm X that he's only read 5 pages of, the same like few pages, he was stuck there.
It's always, the books are always challenging. When you get to page 6 of any book, it's when it starts getting challenging. That's when it starts getting real difficult. So, you know, I understand his problem.
Well, I don't, because I read that shit when I was like 12, man. My mom was really on that, you know, Black Power shit. I read that. I said, Letters from Birmingham Jail. I watched the movie Malcolm X a lot. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I would quote that movie. Woman, don't you raise your voice in my house. Bro, that was my movie, bro. Man, Malcolm, he deserved an Oscar for that movie. But, you know, fuck the Oscars anyway. They're a bunch of bullshit anyway. So, fuck that. But I think it's a mentality that's formed a victim mentality, essentially. And I've heard the same thing from people like Walter Williams, Thomas Sowell, quite a few other people. And it's just like, when you don't have any control over your actions, you can blame everyone else. You can blame your parents, and sometimes that definitely comes into play. But not everyone who has shitty parents becomes a shitty person. Not everyone not everyone has that. That's not a requirement to be a shitty person. Some people come from great environments and are complete pieces of shit. I've seen him, I met him. I honestly don't know. I mean, just my assumption. It's just victim mentality that is formed through certain decisions. You have that whole talented 10th notion that was pushed by W.B. Du Bois, that this talented 10th will lead the rest of us into, I guess, you know, acceptance by the majority of America, I guess. I mean, Booker T. Washington had a better idea. You know, built from the ground up. We don't need no handouts, none of that shit. But we see who they went with, and we see the results. But that's old shit. Don't nobody care about no old dead niggas. Fuck them old niggas. Nobody care. Nobody give a fuck about that shit.
You know what's funny though with this, and it's interesting because I hadn't really addressed it too much with the CRT thing, right? And you know they're talking about, it's about attacking systems and, you know, making people aware of this, that, and the third. But my deal is, niggas have known about quote unquote CRT, that shit, since way back when. How has that benefited? How has that changed the behavior? How has that done anything to benefit So, I mean, niggas, it maybe not in that term or in that using that phrase, CRT or critical race theory, but niggas have had beliefs along that, well, it's the system, system holding us down. And it's been of that mentality for a long time, but yet nothing has changed. They've done nothing to improve upon it. And we continue to engage in the same activities that continue to be a detriment to our own communities. So?
Well, I agree. And it's just like, the problem is you got a lot of people hyping this shit up. I mean, so let's just focus on black community. Like, a lot of these single mothers out here don't take any responsibility for their actions. They really don't. It's all the man's fault, even though you chose that man 98% of the time, But here's the thing, though. So that young boy you're raising, the one you tell him, just like your daddy, you ain't shit. I've heard this venomous behavior from women. And that shit, you're basically telling this kid a part of him ain't shit. And some of these kids gonna live up to that reputation. So, some of these thugs out here shooting shit up, these young black men shooting shit up, came from young black women who weren't about shit. A bunch of drunken, face all smoked out because they've been smoking blunts and Newport since they was 17 years old and shit. Got that punch bellies from drinking all that Hennessy and shit. Shout out to Hennessy, it's all right. I'm more of a whiskey man myself. But we seen these punch belly people all, everywhere. I mean, it's just sad, bro.
The Dunlap.
Yeah, Dunlap. Well, what tripped me out is like they know they all that, and then they expect you to recognize that. And the job I got now, it's like another retail job. I'm going to school for this IT thing, and then like once in a while, when these women like try to like kind of holler at me, I'm like, yeah, man, I'll show you this TV over here, like, and that's it.
Yeah, you can't.
My face to that shit.
Yeah, you can't engage in that, and that's the crazy thing too, because when you don't, and like I said, we it's good to have standards, it's good to have preferences. But the funny thing is that, you have certain women who embrace certain behaviors, certain looks that, to my personally, don't believe are ideal. And if you're not into that, all of a sudden it must be you who must be gay, or something must be wrong with you, because I don't like the fact that you look like a drag queen, or, you look questionable. But I'm the one that must be questioned because you choose to not be comfortable in your own skin and put on too much makeup, put on too much additional accessories and things like that. I said, it's a crazy world we live in, right? But then these are the same people that cape for the alphabet communities and things. But as soon as you do something that they're not fond of, they automatically assign you to the alphabet community. So I think there's a lot of confusion going on with some of our folks.
What's that Temptation song? Oh, confusion. That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at, man. And I saw a comment from somebody who mentioned issues in the court systems with, I guess, disproportionate sentencing. Mm-hmm. And it reminds me of an interview I saw with Denzel Washington. A gentleman asked him about like the whole BLM thing, and he said he kind of stopped him mid-sentence, said like, I think we need to focus in the home first, because by the time the system gets into play, the damage has already been done.
Right.
Well, and he brought up the story of Lil Yummy. Lil Yummy was an 11-year-old murderer in Chicago. This is back in the 90s. He'd been dead, and he got murdered, of course, by two other teenagers. I think one was 14, one was 15 or 16. Where was his father? And what was his mother doing? He should be crying on the news and shit, but would take responsibility for allowing their kid to stay out that late, getting involved in all this chaos. And parents can only do so much. When your kid goes out in the world, they're out in the world. Yeah. But, I mean, it's not like this is a one-off situation. What was that one character? Low Key, Jakira Barnes. She was another killer for like one of them Chicago gangs, and she got murdered when she was 16, 17. And that's just one city. I ain't talking about St. Louis, and I ain't talking about Oakland, I ain't talking about Detroit, I ain't talking about Birmingham. That mother, and of course Baltimore, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And in New York, and then
First time we ever had Houston. To Houston is getting a little wild itself. It's getting crazy out here. I mean, places that used to be okay to go, you would think you'll have a nice time. What was the matter? I just saw something, and it wasn't. It was and that's why I say, you never know. You need to be strapped. It's a place called the Aquarium, which is a decent restaurant. People like to go eat at. Apparently, a couple was sitting next to some dude, random dude, didn't know who he was. And it's funny because they took a video, and he was actually in the video. And then afterwards, I think the two gentlemen ended up killing each other, and the woman was, I don't know if she was critically injured. I'm not sure exactly what happened with her. I hadn't followed up, but it's crazy everywhere you go. It's the shit is on the rise. So it's unfortunate. But why would you shoot in an aquarium? I mean, look, leave the sea urchins out of this. What happens when a shark gets loose, bites somebody on the ankle? This can be a very dangerous situation. People got to be more careful.
Oh, what happened?
All terrible people in the comments. The den folk being the den folk, and shame on you, Heidi. We're not doing that.
I knew it was Heidi. I knew Heidi was involved in some sort of fuckery.
Heidi's always up to shit.
I know you, Heidi.
German people are terrible. Oh well, no, German people aren't so bad. It's just Heidi. She's just terrible.
She's the exception.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, again, like I say on all of this, like what do you think it is? I mean, do you think that there is a remedy? Is there a solution, or do you think that we are too far gone and we're at a point where we're gonna have to deal with the consequences?
I've come to this conclusion, and it's kind of like a half-assed conclusion. I think it's taken, sorry, bad grammar, taken generations to get to this point. And I've said before, 50s, 60s, even in the worst of the civil rights movement, Jim Crow, Reconstruction era, antebellum South, all this other stuff, we were outdoing white people and all the other ethnicities and a lot of stuff, family structure, I think per capita income, all that shit per household or some shit like that. Well, that's done now. That day is dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's sad too. But some people wanted it that way, and they're getting what they asked for. Now, some people didn't realize when they signed up what the consequences were going to be, but some people knew this was going to happen. And I said this before. There was a gentleman, was it Daniel Patrick Moynihan? He wrote something called the Moynihan Report. It was basically like the Negro family cause for concern or something of that nature, the title. And he essentially warned that this whole shift with the Great Society, LBJ, and all that shit, that there'd be a dependency on the government instead of relying on the family, and it would lead to chaos in the Black community. And he's a Democrat, actually, so I'm shocked that he even posted this. It was back as when a lot of the DNC had more sense. And not all Democrats are crazy fuckers, but some of the ones on top really scare me. Yeah. I don't get was it Clinton sided? I'm not Epstein, I'm not in a jail cell. I ain't doing shit. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. Hillary, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they were calling him a racist, but years later he was basically right about that. Yeah.
Speaking of Democrats, when's the last time you've been to a Kinko's?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I know they were talking about the vice president, I believe she was on BET or something like that, talking about people in rural areas and how difficult it is for them to get to a Kinko's to get a copy of their ID. Some crazy stuff. Like I said, I can only listen to her speak for small amounts of time. And again, the fact that she said Kinko's to me was a sign of how disconnected some of our quote unquote leadership is compared to others.
Kinko's. Look, you can go to a UPS store. I've had to get stuff sent off to a government agency recently. I went there. I also went to my library and uploaded stuff. I went to the college library to the school I go at currently, the university. Uploaded stuff there. So there's various options. So, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because leave that alone. Because I get into some harangue and some rant about the current political atmosphere, and it's just this is where we're at,
Oh.
But if somebody did want to mention the whole Stephen A. Smith thing, I think he's really stupid for what he said about that. Yeah. Because now it's like the wrong time to be talking shit about Asian people. It's not the right time, sir. I expect an apology very soon. If not, then wow, okay, good luck on that. Or if not him, then Kwame gonna get in his ass again, and then he's done again.
Yeah, he kind of gave a little half-assed recant on what he said. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot to talk about it. Yeah, it's Stephen A. He's been known for putting his foot in his mouth, and we understand his handlers and why and what he's saying, and of course how he has to handle to say these things. But it's like, again, I'm not a super baseball fan. I don't think people care as much about who's saying what and needing a translator and all that shit as to how you're performing on the field. That's what people are tuning in for. That's what people are watching. We want to see, are you a good athlete? He won't be the first. There's lots of Latin ball players who have very strong accents, to say the least. And there hadn't been an issue with that. Like I say, I would have to pay a lot more attention to baseball to really even, like I said, that was actually my first time hearing of the guy. But, again, it's just, it was unnecessary. And again, he was just kind of, like I say, talking out of his ass. He's been a clown for a while, but it's but like you said, the timing is, you can't make this shit up. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just like, again, another person who's just obviously not aware of what is it? Reading the room,
Yeah.
And again, here's the thing I don't want to speak on, and I meant to mention this, and I kind of made a vague reference to it earlier. So we know that they have the alleged door-to-door teams that they're trying to put out with the, to assure people. Yes.
Yeah.
And then now they have that basically they put out a statement saying that, let me make sure I word this properly. It said, allied groups, including the DNC, plan to engage fact checkers and work with SMS carriers to dispel misinformation about the jab that is sent over social media and text messages. So, we've been told that, hey, we don't read your text messages. We don't pay attention to Americans. What is this? What is this telling you? Is this a cause for concern in your opinion, Mr. Dan?
It's telling me that 1984 wasn't a fictional work. It was a blueprint. That's what it's telling me. It's telling me that, and I'm not going to blame this entirely on the DNC. They're a face of this thing going on because the RNC's has culpability in this too. At this point, the two-party system is fucked for the most part. It's like they're modeling truth and what people say to what they deem is correct. That's thought control essentially. In a way. And I see it every time someone posts something related to the vaccine on like Facebook. Look, I don't post shit on Facebook. And the last thing I posted was that GoFundMe for my dad died, and that was really it. That's all I had to say. And then actually, I think it was yesterday is the 11th. I think that was the 10-year anniversary of my mother's passing. She passed on July the 11th. And that was the last thing I posted. And I just really don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. I like some shit. I laugh at some memes, but that's about it. Yeah. And the more political shit you post, the more you make a target of yourself. Right. But I mean, free speech. I mean, supposedly while it lasts, get it while it's hot.
Yeah.
While you can. I don't know, shit.
That's like, and I agree with you. That's kind of the concern I have. And that's why I say I really have been much more limited on the things that I do post and share, or even like, because again, they're putting a target on your back. Like I said, they're working with social media companies. They're targeting your messages now, so if we need to have a conversation about anything, it's to a point where we need to have it in person. And then that might not even be so good. You don't know who's an agent nowadays. You got people, they've infiltrated the minds of many Americans. And, now we have variants and all these other things. And the variant thing is very interesting because it seems like it's heavily impacting people who have been jabbed already. Have already gotten the poke. So, now we need the boosters.
Oh,
we need the 6 months now. You need this, that, and the third. Then you see the FDA starting to come out now, again. Oh, there's a very rare, what does rare mean? Instance of getting this, again, I'm mispronouncing Guillain-Barre or Barre, something like that. Basically, like I said, somebody mentions basically paralysis from getting these things. You know what I mean? It's just, like I say, it's unfortunate. People are running to go get this stuff and they're risking their lives, in one way or the other for something that really, in my opinion, impacted a small segment of the population. And it's unfortunate because there were solutions out there, but because we didn't like the person who was offering these solutions, we decided to dismiss them. But then as soon as that person was removed from that position, no, hey, this is a viable option. This is a solution. I mean, it's been a solution. It's been available, but you guys would rather go and do the other thing. But it's a fucked up thing. Like I say, it just really starts to feel more and more. I know people have said it for years. Oh, this is simulation. It seems like that there's a big game being played with our lives sometimes. And you just look back, you sit back and you look at it and you're like, this cannot be reality. It just seems like it happened, I won't say overnight, but it just seemed like it just happened relatively quickly. Or maybe I guess I wasn't being as observant as I should have been. Because I mean, there's been lots of people who've been calling out things for a long time, but you were just like, oh, they're they're friends. They're kind of crazy. Oh, there's no way. And turns out the crazy people probably the most sane, and everybody else was just sheep. So it's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, man. And that, and Miss Grace, I don't know if she's listening, but shout out Miss Grace. There's two things me and her were talking about a while ago on the Discord. One, I mean, she always says this thing. She says, we're done as a people. I mean, I try not to agree with her. I'm trying to have hope, man, because, I got my niece and nephews and stuff. And but damn, bro, every time I see videos like that, and, the same people who either ignore or just downplay the level of viciousness in our community, when someone that doesn't look like us does something, which happens at a much way less number, all of a sudden you're going to burn down entire cities. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. Just blocks of businesses and churches and shit like that. That's all. That's not the whole city. Don't exaggerate it. My bad. And another thing is some of these inexpensive drugs like ivermectin. I can't pronounce it correctly because I just haven't looked it up. And HCQ, the hydrochloroquine, I think that's called. Was that available when my dad was in the hospital? I'd like to know that. I'm sure it was, because it was in the summer of 2021 when I was hearing doctors talk about that, and a certain orange man was talking about that. But let's silence these doctors, and let's blame orange man for this, for not having a vaccine out quick enough. When there is inexpensive medicine because the patents have expired, they're available, which now show that they have done very well in treating up to 200% ventilated patients of the kung flu. I'm gonna call it that. Fuck. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. But when my dad was spending 3 weeks on a ventilator before he died of pneumonia, that'd have been nice for him to have had that option, or his family to have had that option. That'd been nice. But fuck him, right? He's dead now. Fuck that nigga. He's in the ground. That's it. That's where we're at.
And that's the crazy part.
It's not just my family. It's a bunch of fucking families out here that have been in the same situation. And
that's the crazy, because when the doctor did try to come out and point this out, hey, listen to the doctors. Well, doctors say, hey, I've had success using this technique, using this medicine, using this medication. Well, don't believe that doctor. Believe all these other doctors, because it was the black lady down here in Houston. First it was, believe black folks, believe all women, believe the doctors. No, well, just not that one, not that one in particular, because she's not saying what we want her to say. And again, like I say, that's the crazy part, because you have people who have lost a lot of lives, and then you have people who probably were not at so much of risk promoting a lot of this ideology that is not really benefiting as many people as the proper medication would have. But like I say, here we are. You got people dancing and making musicals. You had the chick from the World Health Organization talking about that those who haven't gotten the jab, more pressure needs to be applied on them. They need to be tested twice a week. And it's crazy, because there's always these people who are with these organizations. I think what's her name, Lauren Chin, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, those people, those are the people who run the simulation. Because as a matter of fact, I think they're supposed to be having some type of economic stress test that is supposed to be in effect now going on. I forgot who is it, the World Economic something. Again, there's so many damn organizations, I can't remember all of them.
Yeah.
Appreciate the love, Miss Sarah. And appreciate the love. It's all illusion, and then it's all illusion. Dan, I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro. I mean, at this point, my family's accepted that we're one of many families that got fucked over.
Say it's been available for about 75 years, originally used to treat malaria. That's what I'm saying. And it's unfortunate, bro. And it's
and like, China winning, Hadi. My bad, Honcho. But China winning right now, bro. Because China has, and I mean to drift off to this, and I said the C word, so this China gets banned, I'll take the L for that.
No, good.
See, they've mastered, they're close to mastering the art of citizen control, the social credit score system. You say something bad on the government approved social media networks, they like, you can't get a taxi, you can't ride public transportation, you can't do shit, and yet they get off scot-free. And that's probably going to happen because people have in power now. They're either have no spine or they're bought and paid for, blackmail, all that good shit. I saw a lot of stuff going on during the election or earlier this year or last year, whatever the fuck. And heard a lot of accusation of certain people that they had dirt on them, a certain laptop and all sorts of good shit. What can you do? You just take that L, bro, I guess.
Selling art now, that's what they do. They
oh yeah,
selling art. Yeah. If I knew that you could make money off crackhead art, I am in the wrong industry, bro. And that's the thing that I say all the time. People can not like that other guy. But like I said, that other guy was definitely proud of, his family. And he put him out there. He had no problem. I don't know about the Tiffany one so much, but she got a little shine too. But you never saw him like trying to push him out of the limelight or hiding him anywhere. This other one has, I know he had 3. I think one died, but he still has 2 other ones. But you don't ever see any promotion with them. You don't ever see them getting brought to the limelight. And one, you really only talk about one of them, because that's the one with the scandal. But what about the other one? Because there is a daughter out there that nobody wants to talk about. Why? Because, like I said, there's been some things that have been said. I know a lot of people didn't have suppressed. There have been a few stints in rehab. Apparently there was a diary that may or may not have been hers that was put out there, but again, it is what it is. So that's my deal. It's like, why are we celebrating? Because as I said, what was it? I think I don't know if there was an RNC convention or something, CPAC or whatever. Yeah, CPAC I think it was. And I know Junior was there, and everybody was running, the cocaine. Well, what about the one that we know likes the hard cocaine? That's going up to Hennessy prices, but we don't want to talk about that. Like, that's what I'm saying, and it's great. It goes Miss Grace.
Hey, Miss Grace, shout out to Miss Grace. Hey, we done, bro. We done, Miss Grace. I agree.
And so, and it's just like, here we are. This is where we are now. Again, like I say, it's all the real misinformation is coming from those, at the top. And so again, like I say, man, I don't know what to tell y'all to be prepared for. But be prepared for any and everything, because like I said, while China is raising men, we've seen the army commercials, we've seen all this other stuff. We're out here worried about people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? The feelings that benefit absolutely no one. We're out here worried about what wristband someone's wearing today, so we know what gender to call them today. Like, if that's not a sign, we're out here trying to, promote mental illnesses, and put them to the forefront, not in a way of trying to cure them, you know what I'm saying, but in a way of that we're making this seem like the norm. And if you're not buying into it, then you're the weirdo. Like, that's why I say this is all crazy. But in China, I don't know, I think I mentioned it last time. I don't know if I did or didn't. But what is that WeChat or whatever they got going on, that little social media thing out there? Like they said, overnight, they wiped out all of the alphabet communities. They wiped out all of the feminist communities because they know what that means. That is, it's divisive. It's detrimental to society. And again, obviously they paid a little bit of attention to their history because every society that has started to embrace the nonsense. Exactly. Quickly. And like I said, we're in it right now. We're literally in it right now. Watching it happen. So I'm trying to. I guess I got to touch up on my Mandarin, but
enjoy the ride. Was it Shishin? Thank you. I think. I can work on it. I learned it from Rush Hour and 1 and 2. I don't know about 3.
I'm having to take whatever classes John Cena's taking. Figure it out. Wherever he went, that's where I'm going. That is wild.
That man was speaking perfect mainland Cantonese. I mean, no, I think it was Mandarin. I mean, it was amazing. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. He looked like he had a gun to his head.
Yeah. You were looking up the camera.
Say that now. Fucking Jesus.
That is funny.
I give up. I give up. Well, I can't give up because I have people who depend on me, but I'm just mentally exhausted, you know. And I know in my situation, school's starting back up, and I literally just got an email when I was on the run earlier today. Actually, Miss Grace, I hit 5.5 miles today. Most of that was jogging, and well, 1/4 was jogging. 1/8 of it was like hardcore running, and the rest of it was walking. But it was like 5.5 miles, 9-degree weather. So hey, that's something. No, it's not really. I guess like punish myself. But I just got an email from my school stating that yeah, if you don't have your vax shot by August 1st, you haven't posted up there, well, you're gonna be segregated. You're gonna have random screenings, all this other shit. I mean, I don't know about the test thing. I can put up the email right now.
Yeah.
I'll fucking I'll give y'all this shit. Fuck it. What is it? Fucking check-in reminder. If you if you have not reported your vaccination access, UD campus, you'll be required to have routine COVID testing, wear a face covering on campus, practice physical distancing, participation in campus events may be limited. Okay, I can still get my degree then, so I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
When these things become FDA approved and people can be held liable for any issues that will happen to it, then I might end up doing one. But until that happens, fuck you.
So was that what 2023, something like that? That's when the trials are technically over. I think something like that. Yeah. So it'll be a while.
Trials going on right motherfucking now, and I ain't talking about whatever government trials. I'm talking about trials right now. Everybody, all these people out here. That's motherfucking trials.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, no, I did not hear about the plot hiding. Again, I just barely heard about the gentleman who's the face of baseball, the modern day Babe Ruth, they say. But like I say, it's very unfortunate. And, you know, it's tough because you got to try to keep, you got to try to stay upbeat. You try to stay sane in a crazy world, in an insane world, and they try to paint the picture as you're the bad guy, and it's like it's a tough deal. It can be mentally taxing because when you're using sense and logic and you're battling these people or you're battling these ideologies that are I don't even know what you call it. They just have no merit, and I mean, it's detrimental. I mean, we see it. It's been seen again. Like I say, you listen to the Sauls, the Walter Williams, and it's another one I just picked up on. I don't want to say her name. It was not Ann Wilson.
Carol Swain.
No, it was someone else. I can't remember. But like I say, the people who've been studying the facts, who have a foundation, that have the science, that have the information, but people don't want to. It doesn't make you feel good, so that can't be true. We want to base things on our emotions and feelings. So that's where we are. But it is what it is. But Mr. Dan, we're going to get ready to wind it down here. But as always, man, I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us this evening. And man, like I say, you better than me 5 miles. I'm not even walking 5 miles. I got 3 in me at best, and I can't tell you if any of that's going to be a full-on sprint. That might be a serious power walk at best.
Man, it's something, do what you're capable of. That's all you can do.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Sir. Well, I
All
appreciate
right, good talking to you, man.
Yes, sir. You too. You have a good evening, Mr. Dan.
All right, shout out to Sarah, Grace, Lockbird. Shout out to all my dudes. Heidi, there you go. That's all I got, man.
Really, shout out to Mr. Dan with the player, man. I thank you for joining me today. You have a good evening.
All right, now.
All right. Shout out to Dan, man. That was fucking funny. That was funny as shit. Give me just 1 second. Let me properly rearrange myself here as I flippity. Where am I at here? This is where I'm at. I'm back. Back in action. Fading in. But let's switch about right here. Don't forget, hit that like button for your chance to win that BLM chain. I'm not gonna give it to you, but somebody might. I don't know who, but who even designed it? Who took the time to design that? It is craziness. Oh man, it's all bad. It's all bad. I'm telling y'all. I told y'all a while back. I want a farm. I don't even know if my farm would be safe now. Yeah, it'd have to be somewhere like don't know, maybe like in Montana or something, like somewhere where it's not a lot of people. Where like people don't think it's cool, you know what I'm saying? And that way, nobody wants to come and bother us. It's like, leave them be. I'm serious. I'm like, I really, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes you really just, you see the things that are going on around you. And honestly, let's be for real. Like, if you really just tune out, if you just really tap out, you're not impacted by it if you don't watch the news and all these things, but then these things are still happening around you. You know what I'm saying? And these things are still taking place. But, and then, you kind of caught up in it before it's too late. And so, and then, yeah, like I said, it's here we are. Here we are. But again, I thank y'all for joining us this evening. We will have another stream soon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. We'll figure it all out. But I thank y'all for being here. 335. Peace. I'm gonna copy that right now. I'm gonna look into that. And it's funny, didn't y'all see that thing too about who was it? Now they're looking into Pelosi because I guess now that I don't know who was it the DOJ or whoever they were supposed to do the deal. It was supposed to be a Microsoft deal, but now it's like Microsoft and Amazon. I think she had invested some money in Amazon and made a bunch of money off of that, so they're looking at some insider trading. Nothing's gonna happen, but I'm tired. I appreciate y'all being here. I thank y'all so much. I appreciate everybody. A lot of support. Shout out to It's All an Illusion. I appreciate you. Absolutely. The name is more suitable than ever. Your math patents, I hope they don't. I hope some small Asian child beats you to it. Let me put the link in there, man. Matter of fact, let me put the link in the Discord. And I have not been in there actively the last few days or so. And I apologize. No, I don't. I've just been trying to put in more work, working on some things. I've been trying to focus. Here's my deal. Like, I love rocking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that twisted. But also, I know that for me to have better conversations, to have better things to discuss, sometimes I have to take the time to get my learn on. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just get into some new things. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, so that we can always have a bit more diverse conversation. Here, me too. Let me make it 10 uses. That way, so we don't get some weirdo 3 years from now just popping in the Discord. Yeah, I saw that video you did. I liked it. It was real nice. Temporary 12 hours. That'll work. And we'll do it like that. And drop the link in here. But like I say, so it is no dissing to the den folk that I have not been in there talking as much. Y'all have the ability. Well, I think the moderators have the ability to hit to everyone. I think some other people do too. But there's a link to it. If y'all are not a part of Discord, join that thing. Because there's always good conversation, good posting going on in there. Like-minded people, or some people like to get in there and argue. But, and I do have a couple of videos I'm going to post in there after this stream. The ones I could not show y'all on the stream today, so make sure y'all get in there and check those out. I'll post them up in here in about, try to do them within the next 5 minutes or so. But, again, I thank y'all. I appreciate it. And, I'm gonna take it that you misspelled that deliberately, Heidi. And the Discord is free. This is not the Soft Sports Discord. So, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I thank all of you for showing up this evening. I thank all of y'all for being a part of this community. I thank all of y'all for rocking with the den. Tell a friend and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. You know, I don't know. Leave a comment after the thing. Maybe YouTube will say, this guy ain't something. No, they won't. They'll say this is terrible. But I'm chugging up a deuce. Y'all be cool, man. Y'all ain't got to go home. But y'all got to get the fuck out of the dead, man. It's over. Stream is done. I ain't even got no fancy end screen. I'm just hit this thing right here. I'm just going to hit the stop streaming button. Maybe if I'd have fucking hit the start streaming button on time, it wouldn't have been fucking late like a weirdo talking to myself. I'm out.